Welcome into another video in my series where we're going through testing all the weapons inside of Black Ops 6 to see how viable these weapons are to be using inside of your Zombies game mode. So if you're new to the channel, you're on the right spot. Make sure you are subscribed with those bell notifications turned on so you're not going to miss out any future uploads from myself on Black Ops 6 Zombies. As well, down below in the description, you can find the link for my streams. I stream on Mondays and Thursdays, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I stream on Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern. Generally have a blast over there, everything from Black Ops 6 all the way through to custom zombie maps, so hopefully I will see some of you pop into streams. Now in today's video, we're going to be diving in and reviewing an assault rifle that after the latest changes they made to all of the weapons inside of Black Ops 6, this one has definitely stood out for me and a lot of other people inside of the Zhorde community Discord. So if you're looking for players willing to help out other players, I am building a community full of just that inside of the Zhorde community Discord. You can find the link to join the community down below in the description. Alright, so on screen we're going to be looking at the changes they made to the AS VAL assault rifle with their latest pass over to the weapons inside of Black Ops 6. Headshot multiplier decreased from 1.3 to 1.2. However, during today's run, it certainly did not feel that way for me today. So let's dive in and have a look at the AS VAL assault rifle. We're going to take it to maximum damage output inside of Black Ops 6 Zombies and see just how viable this weapon is for you to use. So during the video, you should have a really good feel for how this weapon performs inside of your Zombies game. And at the end of the video, after I exfil, you should be able to make up your mind on whether or not this is going to be a viable assault rifle for you to be running inside of your Black Ops 6 Zombies games. So without further ado, let's dive into the AS VAL review video today. Welcome in to Citadelle Desmore. Let's dive in and check out the AS VAL and see how viable this is going to be to use inside of Zombies. Now, when I first spawn in to Citadelle, the first thing I always do is go grab some free essence, because who doesn't like free essence inside of your Zombies game? Pool table Easter egg complete. Alright, so let's go off and see what kind of damage are we looking at with this AS VAL. Just spawning in, you know, base rarity, we have no additions to it at all to make it any stronger whatsoever, and on critical shots we're looking at 112 for damage output, which is a little bit lower than the Model L in yesterday's video. Link for that is down below in the description. But this is definitely something that I noticed with 45 rounds in the magazine. I was a little bit curious to see what's going to happen when we get to Pack-a-Punch. So let's progress through a little bit further and do one of my favorite things to do on this map, and one of the reasons why I love this map. We get to crank a lion cannon and fire it to blast open the doors into the castle. I think this is just an awesome, awesome addition. So let's go ahead and get inside of the map and push on through and pick up Vulture, which is definitely the first perk I always purchase on Citadelle. The reason being is I have fully researched it, and one of the augments you can put on Vulture gives you extra salvage for critical shots. So we have managed to get enough salvage to take this weapon to green rarity. So let's go ahead and put green rarity on and see what kind of a damage output are we looking at now. Green rarity, that pushes it up to 168 on a critical shot with green rarity. So that's not too bad for sure. Now the other reason I wanted to mention the AS VAL, it is a wall buy right here on Citadelle. So you don't have to worry about using your prestige tokens to keep this one unlocked. You can just go ahead and purchase it off the wall, which is definitely something you like to see. I mean, you don't want to have to waste prestige tokens on weapons when you can purchase them off the wall. But I mean, you can see like we're having no problem. I didn't want to pick up that insta-kill. Doesn't bode well for weapon testing, but I just wanted to see, you know, 168, we're on round 6. This is going to be pretty easy to deal with, as expected. It definitely was. So the next thing to do is go ahead and see how this weapon's going to perform against our Pack-a-Punch Doppelgast. So let's go ahead down here to Pack-a-Punch, shoot the 3 locks off, and see how we're going to perform against this enemy. And you can see his health bar is going down pretty decent when we're able to hit those critical shots. See, we're getting in there. 168's doing some pretty decent damage to this Doppelgast for sure. I wasn't really stressed out in this fight dealing with him. Like, that was honestly pretty stress-free. No real issues at all. Just make sure you kind of move and get your critical shots in, and you shouldn't have much issue. I mean, to take out that Doppelgeist at just green rarity was pretty awesome to see. I was definitely feeling confident using this, and now we have Pack-a-Punch activated inside of Citadelle. So that is definitely awesome. So now we had enough salvage to go ahead and increase the damage output again on this assault rifle by 1. Let's take it to blue rarity, and it looks like we're hitting for 224 on critical shots at just blue rarity. So we have Jug as a perk, and we have Vulturade as a perk, and you can see here on round 9 with just blue rarity, we are definitely handling crowd control with ease. This is definitely something that is handling this without a problem at all. I mean, as you can see, we just took out all of round 9 right there without any struggles at all. So definitely feeling confident. I mean, but look at the salvage you get with that Vulturade augment. That is just absolutely amazing. So let's push through and go ahead and grab Deadshot Daiquiri, which is going to increase our damage output yet again. And let's see what kind of an increase we're looking at. 210, that's definitely not right. Let's see. Come on, Vermin, relax. What do we got? 258? That's not too bad for an increase. We're at 224, so not quite the 100 increase we saw in damage with the Model L by getting Deadshot, but definitely a decent increase. So let's go ahead and push through a round. Here we are on round 11 again. Blue rarity only, but with the addition of Deadshot Daiquiri right now. And as you can see, it does melt through the zombies. Not necessarily like a hot knife through butter, but it definitely does decent damage at just blue rarity with Deadshot. Definitely something I was feeling confident using. That's something I noticed. Like, the damage output on this is absolutely remarkable. And with the build that I have for you today, you'll be able to have the rapid fire attachment I have and all the other stuff on there to make this weapon truly remarkable. And then once you Pack-a-Punch this is where I really noticed its advantage. So we go from 45 rounds, Pack-a-Punched, it jumps to 135 rounds in your magazine and 600 in reserve. That's an impressive jump, and I was not expecting that. So now, seeing that we are Pack 1 blue, I wanted to see what kind of damage output we were looking at. And one of the critical shots we got just after Pack-a-Punching said 614 damage, which was quite the jump. So I was kind of curious to see how this would handle as we push through the rounds a little bit further. Here we are in round 12 now, and trying to group up all the zombies. And let's see, what are we looking at? 614, 449. So yeah, we're above 450 on a critical shot, and 614 is the maximum damage you're looking at Pack 1 blue on this assault rifle, which is definitely some decent damage. I mean, I was not struggling at all. I was feeling incredibly, almost overpowered at this point with this damage output on this weapon, which is awesome. And look at that salvage. Man, I love that Vulturade perk. Holy smokes, it makes it so much easier to accumulate salvage. Speaking of salvage, we now have enough to take this weapon up to Epic. And that jumps the damage output now, it looks like, to 921 on a critical shot. So let's push through to round 16 and see what we're looking at. Yep, it's 921 on a critical shot. Pack 1 only Epic. Man, I tell you, the parasites on this map drive me nuts. They're just always blasting that green goo, you know, chipping away at your armor plates. Definitely a very annoying enemy to deal with. Now on round 16, our very first amalgam spawns in, and I was kind of curious to see how this weapon's going to be able to handle that, in that we are not running the dead wire, which is what the amalgams are weak to. We're not running Lightmen, which is what the Doppelgas are weak to, so we're just using straight weapon damage at this point, being Pack 1 only Epic. And you can see we are already approaching halfway, just past the halfway health mark on that amalgam. Definitely doing some work on this amalgam here without being Pack 2 or having any of the ammo mods on, and I was able to handle that amalgam on round 16 really without much of a stress. So that is definitely awesome to see, and this weapon was impressing me. At this point, I was like, okay, so I was noticing that the damage numbers on this were a little bit lower than yesterday's video, but I did notice that the fire rate and the magazine size were more than making up for it. So that is definitely something that I felt like you've got a lot more ammo in your magazine as you climb up through the rounds. 135 rounds in a magazine is definitely enough to be dishing out an absolute ton of carnage to the zombies, which is definitely something we're all looking for. So this is definitely awesome to see. Chasing down those Archies. Have you finished the Archie event? Let me know in the comments below. I think I've got about 3 or 4 items left to pick up, and that's it. So now we had accumulated enough essence to go ahead and push this assault rifle to Pack-a-Punch level 2. And again, if you're not traveling back into spawn using the cannon, are you even doing it right? Now we had the horseshoe. So if you're looking to pick it up and you can't figure out where it goes, just look for the lightning storm in the sky. When you make your way over, you'll find your horseshoe on the ground, and then the lightning is going to spawn in a bunch of zombies that you're going to need to get rid of. So just thought I'd show that real quick in case people were wondering, because I've heard some people are struggling to find the horseshoe after they activate it from the cannon. So that's just a nice little tip for you guys there. But you can see here we are on round 21. We are pack 2 and not really struggling to dish out the damage to the Doppelgas. Like, he's just instantly gone right there, which is awesome. Just push through the crowd control and, you know, fire back in when you got your chance. And again, with this map, I feel like the zombies kind of respawn in front of you really, really quickly. So if you're moving, you know, a little bit too quick through the map, you're going to have a lot of the zombies despawn and respawn. But if you kind of go at a little bit slower pace, you can keep them grouped up behind you, which makes things a lot easier as you progress through the rounds. As you can see right here, I'm able to just kind of turn and fire into the crowd as it follows me through the map, which is definitely something I love to see, like the large hordes just getting mowed down. It's such a cool feeling, and you know, I can't say it enough. If you haven't leveled up your Vulture Aid perk all the way yet, then make sure you do, and then equip the augment that gives you extra salvage for critical shots. You won't regret it. It'll be definitely a nice extra bonus in your games to have that extra salvage to help, you know, up the rarity of your weapon and pick up those craftable items that you need. So there we are, finished off round 22 at Pack 2 Epic without much struggle at all. So let's go ahead and take advantage of that Vulture's Aid augment and take this weapon now to Legendary. And what are we looking at? Parasites, I see 400, 366. It's really hard to tell with the Parasites. 24 something? Hold on. 2,457? Yo! That's some good damage. Let's go. Yeah, 2,457 damage on a critical shot at Pack 2 Legendary, which is pretty substantial considering you have over 125 rounds in your magazine. So that is a lot of carnage that you can dish out with just one magazine of this assault rifle. And having 600 rounds in reserve on max ammo, this is going to carry you through quite a bit without having to worry about chasing down an ammo cache, which is definitely something that it can be an advantage in Black Ops 6 Zombies. You can see we're just pushing through round 23, doing what I usually do, which is just kind of gather up a group of zombies. I always try and backtrack as much as possible to grab all of my loot and just the dropped gear that the zombies have dropped. Always like to go back and make sure, picking up the salvage, of course, as we need that to push up the rarity of on our weapons. But I mean, being able to stand and deliver the damage on round 23 with an assault rifle is definitely some phenomenal damage output inside of Black Ops 6 Zombies. You know, if you haven't tried the AS VAL yet inside of your Zombies games, I would definitely recommend that you go ahead and give this assault rifle a shot. I think you will highly enjoy it. I do want to mention that there is a built-in suppressor with this weapon, so you're not going to be able to put on a suppressor for the muzzle. So just a heads up on that. But there we are. Now we are Pack 3 Legendary on the AS VALs, and let's go and see how is this going to handle the zombies here inside of Black Ops 6 on Citadelle. And now I'm seeing 800 damage on the Parasites, which is definitely an improvement. There's a Doppelgas that spawned in, and yeah, he's gone. That was awesome to see. And what are we looking at for damage? 4,900? 4,100? Hold on, let's see. What are we getting? That's a big jump. 4,000 again. Okay. So we're over 4,000, that's for sure. Oh, there's an amalgam. Not going that way. Let's loopy-loop back over to here, and we should be able to get them into a nice group. Plus, we got this lovely bonus point sitting down here for us, which is awesome. All right, so let's turn around. Let's get the decoy out, and let's see what we're doing to our amalgam. Oh, that's some good damage when you're able to get on those critical shots. Oh, my goodness. Look at his health bar. Just melt. Woo! And he's gone. Holy smokes. That was awesome. We just melted that amalgam on round 24 with this assault rifle. That was absolutely amazing. Just shredding everything at the end of the barrel at this point. Holy smokes. What a jump in damage. I was really impressed by this. Let's see. 4,915. I'm seeing 4,500, 800 on armor. Oh my goodness. This is definitely going to be something that is going to be viable for us to be using inside of Black Ops 6 Zombies. That's an amazing damage output to see. Holy smokes. Just under 5,000 damage, and you've got over 130 rounds in your magazine. You're looking at over 500,000 damage per magazine. That is remarkable damage output. Holy smokes. Absolutely craziness. Like, we're having no struggles here. Just turn, fire, and just eliminate the zombies in front of you. Like, that is awesome to see. Definitely something I think you guys will all enjoy using inside of your zombies game mode. And yeah, holy smokes, this is definitely fun. Now, with the build that I have, you've got some amazing movement speed on this assault rifle for sure. Now, in round 25, I definitely wanted to make sure we visited the Der Wonderfizz machine and pick up the last of the perks that we needed. So now we are rocking all of our perks inside of Black Ops 6 Zombies. I also wanted to make sure at this point we dove into the Arsenal machine and picked up the Light Mend ammo mod. So now we are fully kitted out for Citadelle. We have all of our perks. We have the Light Mend ammo mod. And it is time to see what kind of damage numbers we are looking at with this assault rifle. And still seeing 800 damage on... Oh my goodness, that Doppelgast was just insta-deleted. Oh my goodness, that was awesome. Holy smokes. Here we are in round 30. And yeah, the difficulty is ramped up. Things are moving at, ludicrous speed. But I definitely like the challenge as you push up to the rounds inside of Black Ops 6. Tons of fun. But I mean, look at this. We are pushing forward on round 30 through the crowd, just dishing out insane amounts of damage with this assault rifle. Like, that is absolutely insane levels of carnage. Just look at this. No problem. Like, just push forward through the herd on round 30. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. And I feel like with the fire rate, with the build that I have, and the 135 rounds in the magazine, even though we're seeing, I think 600, 500 less damage on a critical shot than the Model L, I do feel like this might be a little bit more viable just because of the ammunition you get with this. 135 in that magazine and 600 in reserve is definitely a lot of ammunition that you can create a ton of carnage with inside of this game, and that is kind of the name of the game. You want to be able to create as much carnage as you possibly can inside of Black Ops 6 Zombies, and this is definitely something that'll let you guys do that. So my recommendations and thoughts and feelings on the AS VAL during this run today is it's definitely a weapon with the build I have for you that has the mobility you're looking for. It has the damage that you're going to be needing to be able to get through the rounds, take out those elites, take out those special bosses. You're not going to have much problems with that. As far as crowd control goes, it's definitely something that can handle the crowd control. If you round them up, you're going to be able to sit there and just kind of mow through them all. Now, for our exfil today, I tried bringing in a couple Casimirs. I fat-fingered one and threw it inside the castle before I even got to the exfil. Whoops. But I did notice that the chopper gunner today was a lot more successful for me. So I'm not sure if that's just, one of those strange things that happens on Citadelle, that some of the zombies end up inside the castle when you got the chopper gunner out. But today we were able to get pretty much every single zombie except for one inside of the chopper gunner. So that was awesome. So 30 seconds left. We've got one zombie to go. Shouldn't be much of a problem to get the heck out of Dodge. So overall, I definitely recommend that you guys run the AS VAL inside of your Zombies game mode for Black Ops 6 Zombies. Definitely something that you're going to enjoy. Now, at the end of the video, like I always do, we will show you guys the build that I used for today's run, the camo that I had on the weapon, and the blueprint that I used for the AS VAL. So let's work together in the comments section as a community to make sure that we all have one amazing build to be using on the AS VAL inside of Black Ops 6 Zombies. As well, at this point in time, I want to give a big thank you to everybody for watching the video all the way through. Thank you so very much. That means a lot to me. As well, make sure you are subscribed, commenting, liking, and sharing the videos, as that is the best way to get in for our next Black Ops 6 Vault Edition, which happens when the channel reaches 7,000 subscribers, as just a massive thank you to each and every one of you. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll catch you guys in the next one.